Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. We are live on YouTube. Hello to everyone tuning in, and thank you for being here. It's an exciting day. My name is Julie A.V., co-founder of Nudge Caribbean and SVP, People and Culture of the Massy Group, and it's my pleasure to be your moderator for today's event. For those of you who may not be familiar with Nudge, we are a social enterprise powered by Massy that supports Caribbean micro, small, and medium businesses through training, mentorship, and access to audiences, investors, and funding. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn at Nudge Caribbean, and subscribe to our YouTube channel as we share more content like this. This grant opportunity presented by Nudge and the United Nations is our very first publicly advertised grant, and it's really been an incredible journey for us in the Nudge team. We launched this initiative during Global Entrepreneurship Week, hosting a webinar in collaboration with Massy Learning Institute and YBTT on leveraging technology to grow mindfully made startups. You can also find the recording of this on our YouTube in case you missed it. The grant application was then open for 2 weeks, and we received over 130 applications, each so rich in value and promise. It was a tough job narrowing down to our 5 finalists who, within a span of 5 days, have had one-on-one sessions with our technology mentor, Kandyss, refined their decks, recorded their pitches, and are here today for this live event with our panel of judges. 2 will go on to win $1,500 grants to help grow their businesses. But our goal is to support each of them in achieving their fullest potential through other opportunities. So with that, please join me in welcoming our fantastic 5. First off is the dynamic duo of Alicia Douglas and Shakiva Phillip, co-founders of StudyMate Online Tutoring. Next, we have Ashley Karen, founder of Impact Marketing TT. Third is Shakira Roberts, founder of Lotus Cosmetics. Fourth is Dorsha Charles, founder and managing director of Survival Scholars. And last but not least, Sade Samuel, founder of Quick Delivery. Congratulations to each of you on making it to the top 5. We are beyond excited to learn more about each of your young businesses. We have a full house today. Let me introduce you to our great panel of judges. Our very own Anya Ayoung, Chee, co-founder of Nudge Caribbean and creative entrepreneur. Kyle Maloney, co-founder of TechBeach and ChefMade, and also recently honored as Entrepreneur of the Year by the TT Chamber. Kandyss Trancoso, founder of the FinRoute and our tech mentor during this process. And last but not least, Ashish Uttamchandani, the Chief Technical Officer of Massy Integrated Retail Portfolio in Barbados. This great group has years of experience in business and entrepreneurship with so much wisdom and advice to offer to our fantastic 5. Thank you for being here. We really appreciate your commitment to supporting the growth of young entrepreneurs in the region. Each entrepreneur submitted a pre-recorded pitch, and following the airing of that, we'll go on to have a live Q&A session with our judges. Before we get started, just wanted a quick shout out to our production partner, Kandyss Studios. Thank you, Marcus. Without further ado, please welcome our first finalists. Alicia.
Pleasant greetings, everyone. I am Alicia Douglas.
And I am Shakiva Phillip. We are the co-owners of StudyMate Online Tutoring Services.
At StudyMate, our vision and mission goes hand in hand, and we really want to create that path for young professionals across the Caribbean to gain work experience and financial stability, and also while producing exceptional students through our tutoring programs. The first issue we would like to highlight in the Caribbean is a decrease in performance in both CAPE and CXE examinations. For CAPE examinations, there has been a decrease in persons attaining grades 1 to 3 of 3.23%, and for CSEC, attaining grade 1 to 3 of 5.2%. Issue 2, lack of variation in teaching method. Issue 3, limited options for young persons to earn while they study. Issue 4, limited resources for students in low-income homes. Solutions our business currently offer is employment for young persons across the Caribbean who are studying or young professionals who are recently graduated. Teaching geared directly towards the client's need, utilizing our e-library platform where there are numerous resources. Technology plays a major role in our business as it's 100% online, and we use several platforms to have our staff meetings as well as conduct classes and assessment. On this map, you can see the countries in which we have staff: Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, Jamaica, and our student population is made up from students from across the region. We have several features of our service: access to our e-library, recorded classes, synchronous classes, guidance with homework, labs, and SPs.
Our services not only impact the lives of our students, but also the lives of citizens of the Caribbean by promoting regional integration, teaming up with youth organizations and other Caribbean businesses, as well as providing part-time employment for young professionals. Our target market includes parents, students, and adults within the ages of 18 to 50, students looking to resit exams, and crash course students preparing for examinations. The competitive advantage that we would have would be that we provide a safe, comfortable environment for students to learn, as well as we have launched regionally instead of locally at the start of operations. Not to mention the first-hand experience that we have being current students of secondary and tertiary education. In addition, we have made it our mission to partner with NGOs to make education accessible to everyone. Starting a business as students was quite difficult for us as we had little to no funds. As such, it was always important for us to keep our expenses very low and maximize on the resources that we already had. For example, at the start of operations, where we had 5 students, the cost to facilitate one student was $101. However, now that we have 31 students, the cost to facilitate one student is $16.29, with expenses staying the same, but the cost to facilitate one student decreases. Our goal is really to revolutionize the way of online teaching, and we really hope to expand our clientele by 200% within the next 2 years, partner with some NGOs, launch our subscription-based tutoring platform in the upcoming year, along with providing vocational classes eventually, and SAT preparations and foreign language certificate. For more information on the services that we offer, persons are welcome to message us on WhatsApp or give us a call. Check us out on our website, Facebook, and Instagram. Again, thank you everyone for watching our presentation today.
Fabulous presentation. Judges, the floor is open. I'll wait for you to come off of mute and ask questions. Please go ahead. To you.
Wow. Well, first of all, I was thoroughly impressed. This was a very, very well put together presentation. I don't have a lot of context. So I want to understand, I guess, how long have you guys been thinking about this? Because it seems very well thought out. A lot of research went into it to really validate the idea and product that you're going to market with. So give me some understanding of some of that context, I guess. I think you're on mute.
Yes, sure, of course. So Alicia and I were actually youth ambassadors for the United States. So in 2019, we traveled through the US to engage in diplomatic work. Upon return, we actually developed a friendship, and we wanted, as students, we wanted to, start to gain an income while we worked, as well as create an experience for ourselves. And a part of that being we were going to start small with just a group of friends. And right after that, the pandemic hit in March of 2020 in Trinidad. And a lot of students, schools shut off and stuff like that. So we started to, we said, okay, amongst the 3 of us, because it was 3 of us, we would provide the subjects that we know how to teach, we are knowledgeable in, and we would provide that for a small group of students. From that, we were able to engage 40 volunteer tutors and impact over 4,000 students in the Caribbean. And then while we were only going to start in Trinidad, and from that reach, we decided to launch regionally instead of locally. So we started incorporating students from the entire Caribbean. Then we started employing tutors from the entire Caribbean. And from that, we just started to build on the idea of, making education accessible.
Wow. And when you say the entire Caribbean, what countries of focus have you been making headway in?
We had students in Guyana, Barbados, St. Lucia, Jamaica, to just name a few, St. Kitts, Dominica, Dominica, yes, just to name a few.
Wow. This moment here actually just reminds me of like my speech that I gave to the chamber for accepting my award, right? Where I said, there are people in this country that are solving meaningful problems every day. They're brilliant people. And I am just amazed to always be exposed by young entrepreneurs who are just doing anything, you know, and what you guys are doing is fantastic and beyond the expectations of so many people that we generally have for young people. Kudos to you, and this is phenomenal. This is beyond phenomenal.
I just want to echo Kyle's sentiments. I mean, I'm just blown away. Like, I don't really know how to hold all my thoughts into one place. I'm really trying to understand like how you guys are pulling this off, especially with the regional reach and regional presence. I mean, I could go on and on about how impressed I am, but I really also just want to say, I want to ask, you know, in terms of resource and team, I'm sorry if I missed it in the pitch because I was just trying to absorb all the information. How big is your team and how are you managing this incredible scaling that you're already doing?
Of course. So our team comprises of 10 tutors plus Alicia and I, which is 12 tutors in total. So, but 10 besides ourselves, which range from Jamaica, Barbados, and Trinidad and Tobago. We stay connected through WhatsApp and email as well. We would hold our video conferences like staff meetings through WhatsApp, send our memos and such through emails. And that would be our main method of communication. Through Zoom, we would host all of our classes. Let's say like we're recruiting tutors, we would post ads through Facebook and also through the networks that we already have. And then through that, our interview process is actually a two-step because I know it's teaching online. So we want to make sure that the tutor is competent in teaching online as well as, you know, friendly to engage students because that's what we're all about. So we would have a two-step interview where the tutor actually teaches us ourselves. So we give them any topic they want in the subject area. They would teach us. And then after we would have an interview process. And then from there, we would make our decision on whether to select that teacher.
Amazing. But so besides the tutor network that you have, the two of you are operationally running all of this.
Yes, and to add to that, Alicia and I are on totally different areas of the country. So I am up in the east and she is down in the south. Like we are 3-4 hours apart in driving distance. And actually, I haven't seen her since 2019 when we did the Youth Ambassador, and we were able to do all of this online by just communicating online. We haven't even seen each other since 2019. And if we have to like send stuff to each other, we would do it through like email and stuff like that. And that is how we would communicate.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
No problem.
This is a perfect example of distributed teams, you know? These are things that large organizations are now coming to terms with, and you guys just off the jump, you know, make it happen.
Thank you so much. Thank you, our judges. In the interest of time, I'm sure we could spend a lot more time chatting with Alicia and Shakiva, but what we're going to do is we're going to go on to our second entrepreneur, Impact Marketing TT. And this is Ashley, empowering female entrepreneurs through online marketing tools while helping to build a better Caribbean society.
Hi, my name is Ashley and I'm an online marketing coach for female entrepreneurs in the Caribbean. I'd like to start this presentation by talking about a few of the problems that I hope to solve through my business. The first problem that's dear to my heart is that women who are in abusive relationships feel trapped because they are financially dependent on their abuser. The second problem is that it's pretty challenging to start a business here. According to the World Bank, Trinidad and Tobago ranked 105th among 190 economies in ease of doing business. The third problem is low entrepreneurial morale. And this is not because women aren't smart or capable or creative enough, but because they lack the resources, education, and support to succeed in business. And the fourth problem is that most of the online marketing resources that's out there are not tailored to the specific challenges we face here in the Caribbean. My solution to these problems is based on research done by the United Nations and the Clinton Global Initiative, which shows that women invest 90% of what they earn into their families and community, as opposed to men who only invest 35%. So in order to create real change in the Caribbean, I believe that we need to prioritize helping women build successful, sustainable businesses through online technologies. The marketing framework that I created offers a step-by-step process and personalized guidance to support Caribbean women market and grow their businesses online. My free content and my paid services empower women to take control of their financial future. It takes the overwhelm out of starting and growing an online business. And everything else that I share has been created with the unique challenges of Caribbean women in business. I am uniquely qualified to provide the solution because of my 11 years experience in online marketing and my lived experiences with poverty and gender-based violence. Because of these two things, I'm able to both add value to and relate to my target customers on a level that my competitors simply cannot. And because my business is based on and run through technology, there are very few overhead costs involved. My revenue model is based on a simple 3-step funnel with free educational social media content at the top of the funnel. I also have free video trainings and free discovery calls so that women who can't afford my paid services can also benefit from the process that I've created. I'm also in the process of exploring the possibility of becoming a brand affiliate for businesses which sell products made specifically for my target audience. Because social media content creation is such a huge part of my business and it takes so much of my time, if I had the privilege of being awarded this grant, I would use those funds to invest in freelance content creation. I would also use part of the grant in upgrading my systems so that I can spend more time working on scaling my business and less time working on managing the day-to-day. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much, Ashley. Well done. Over to you, judges.
Sorry, I know I spoke before, but Ashley, oh my gosh, I'm just so thrilled to see what you're doing. And I know that we've had conversations on Instagram. I had no idea this is what you were doing. I'm just really thrilled to see it. So I'm not going to take up any more time, but it's just speaking directly to my heart. So
Thank you so much.
No, thank you, Julie. I think what I've seen thus far are really some amazing stories that really capture the entrepreneur DNA. And I think that's very important to be able to tell a story and be able to execute it. I do notice definitely that there is some alignment, between the various entrepreneurs and the type of businesses that you're running. So I think regardless of whatever the outcome of this particular exercise is, I think there's some very important partnerships that can be established. We chatted about teaching and so forth. Now we're chatting about obviously the marketing component and those type of services. I think some good affiliations can potentially happen out of this, but very powerful story. Just want to share that.
I'm jumping here. I'll share similar sentiments. I think it's really unique to see that these pain points that these entrepreneurs experience, they're actually the ones to bring forward the solutions. I think that is a testament to the entrepreneurial spirit and morale of Caribbean people. We can take the pains and create these solutions. And so I am so pleased to see it presented so beautifully and articulated with such strength, and the figures were very compelling. I'm so happy that this is a solution that is at the forefront to really encourage entrepreneurs in their journey. It is true that we have a ease of doing business problem in our region, and I'm so grateful that this is one of the solutions. Thank you. Good job.
Thank you so much, Kandyss.
If there's no other questions, I have actually a question, Ashley, because I'm wondering, the presentation was really good and really to the point. I could tell that you know your stuff. I guess what I'm wondering is where you have pain points, where you having trouble to get this to where you want it to go.
Yeah, definitely. What I mentioned in the video in terms of the thing that's keeping me back from the ability to scale is that I have to edit every post. I have to format every single aspect of the business is done by me. And so the grant would really go a long way in helping me to trade some of those things like administrative tasks and content creation so that I could focus more on the coaching aspect.
Perfect. Yeah, I can see that that would be impossible to manage in a sustainable way. So that makes total sense. Thanks.
I mean, so not to jump in, I mean, if we get into the operations and so forth, because the grant, to my knowledge, is a one-time grant. I think, you know, what could be a particular model is working with a freelancer again, and maybe tying that freelancer's commission to your revenue, right? So when you earn, they earn, you know. Just so I'm just trying to think of a long-term sustainable solution. But if you have a demand and you're finding yourself busy, I mean, that's a good problem to have, but you want to be able to tie it in such a way that when you earn, that freelancer potentially earns. So I'm just trying to look at your ongoing revenue model.
Yes, that is completely in alignment with how I feel about business. Like, I do believe in profit sharing economies and things like that. So that makes complete sense to me.
I think my contribution, I think, is that what you're working on is extremely meaningful and impactful. And I think what you would find is that people want to work with you at no cost, especially at this stage. And so what actually Anya is do good at this, like, people reach out to Anya all the time, right? And I think it's just because, like, she's built a brand for herself that people just want to be a part of and learn from and that sort of thing. And what I find, even from myself, not having a brand like Anya's own, but having a mission that's very big and broad, which is similar to what you have, is that when you have something that people can be a part of that's bigger than themselves and contributing to something that's super meaningful, which is what you have, you can capitalize on that and build such a following and a team that will just move mountains for you, and you're not paying them anything. And so it's not to take advantage of not paying people, but I think you're under leveraging the opportunity that naturally comes with what you're working on and how impactful what you're working on can be for so many people. Like, this is like personal for so many people, and from two ways, whether they've personally experienced it or seen it themselves or comforted some, like it impacts so many people in so many different ways. I think the money, like, as an entrepreneur, when you're starting out, like, money is always a problem. Like, you'll never have enough as much as you need to do, right? And so you always have to be very innovative in the approach that you take, especially early on. And so I think if you take that approach and be able to leverage that sort of bigger vision and mission that you're going after, ask for volunteers, ask for people's time, and be respectful of their time, and understand that at the end of the day, like, people work for you for free. And so thinking of the approach of, depending on the person, you might have to, like, get two people to share in roles and that sort of thing, because you can only get a portion of people's time. But the point more so is that you're going to get people's time at no cost. They, hands down, I know for sure.
Oh, that's very encouraging to hear. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So much. Thank you to our judges and our panel. I must say that I'm very happy that I won't be judging, because already I am seeing this talent. The mission of Nudge is really to showcase the talent in the Caribbean, and it's just making me so happy this afternoon. So far, we've had two amazing entrepreneurs, and on to our third. Our next finalist is currently in our St. Lucia market stall Christmas cohort. Please welcome Shakira from Lotus Cosmetics, merging nature and innovation to create captivating bespoke products for her customers.
Fresh local ingredients, high quality products, and eco-friendly packaging. Welcome to the new era of cosmetics right here in St. Lucia. Hi, my name is Shakira Roberts, and I'm the proud owner of Lotus Cosmetics. So what is Lotus Cosmetics all about? We're a company that's really into innovation, using fresh local ingredients that we find right here in St. Lucia. But we're not just only focused on our cosmetics, we're really into how we can give back to our community, and how we can upcycle, how we can recycle, and how we can really make our community a little bit more sustainable, and how we can make our products a little bit more transparent for our customers. So how do we intend on using this grant to upscale our business and to do more for our community around us? Well, first of all, technology. Technology is really part of our world, and it's how we all started. Social media is huge for us, and it's really how we were able to gain all the customers and clients that we have now. But we really want to go a little bit further. So we're looking at maybe using a software called CraftyBase that can enable us to have more platforms to work with, to really get our inventory all correct, and also to be able to take online payments. That's one way. The second way is that we're really looking at how we can be sustainable to our community. So that may be using upcycling ingredients, for instance, coconut shells, not only for making coconut oil, but also for using the shells to make coconut candles. So how can we really upscale the products that we use within our company, or some of the ingredients that we use? For instance, the coconut shells. We use coconut oil in a lot of our products, and we get abundance of coconut oil here in St. Lucia. But we really wanted to take the coconuts to a different level. So we worked and collaborated with two amazing companies here in St. Lucia, Hamilton Estates and Sea Island Cotton Shop, to create some beautiful bespoke coconut candles. And that's made right here using our own people. And that's another thing that we're trying to do. Sustainability is not just about using sustainable ingredients, but it's about making sure that we can bring in people. So letting people work for you. And that means handmade, handcrafted products made in a lab with real people. We want to wow you as a customer, a client, as someone who's interested in getting this company to the next level. And what that means is that we want to be more transparent with all our customers. We want them to see behind the scenes like we usually do with all our videos. We want them to be able to really feel the products on their skin. We want to be able to eliminate plastics. And what that means is we want to encourage our customers to bring back the old candle jars and eventually bring back their metal jars or anything that they have used previously with us. And we will clean it out and we'll be able to put a lot of our products back in there. That's one way we can be sustainable. That's one way we can upcycle, recycle. That's one way we can encourage our customers to get into the recycling community as well. So we want to continue wowing you. We want you to see the progress that we're going to make with your assistance and your help. We want more customers in the shop. We want more customers online. And we want more customers sitting down making candles. And that is why we're thanking you so much for even considering us or giving us this opportunity. And we hope to see you soon when you come to choose your own candle. Thank you.
Beautiful, Shakira. Thank you so much. Opening the floor over to the judges.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So when can we put the candles in Massy stores?
Well, they're on the nudge counter right now, so.
Oh, wow. Well,
Yeah.
when can we go to mass scale and distribute? And just, I think this is a typical, well, not typical, but good, good business based on sustainability, the environment, and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like many others, I think it has I think one of the key things to entrepreneurs, I have run a couple of businesses myself and so forth, and now engaging in what we call entrepreneurship, is really being able to articulate and tell that story. And I think Kyle hit the nail on the head, is that you have to be able to leverage that story behind it, because stories are powerful things. Even before you start a presentation, for example, start with a very powerful, compelling story, and it really sets the tone of the particular discussion. So for me, sustainability, recycling the environment, those are very critical things that we need to be looking at. And you need to definitely zone in on that. I mean, from a retail perspective, we can look at stuff like distribution rights, partnerships, SKU, rationalization. Do you really need 10,000 types of candles? So because when you scale, those things really start to play an impact.
Mm-hmm.
We look at bundling. So again, I think partnerships are very important in terms of the ecosystem. Can you bundle your candles with complementary products from another entrepreneur?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, those are just my things, but great, amazing pitch.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to let you know that we're working on, and just the quality of product and just the sustainability of it through and through is solid. And you're steps ahead of a lot of the large businesses already that are trying to move in that direction, being built from the ground up in that way. is truly commendable, and is notes to be taken for some of the large businesses that are building things that are not sustainable, you know. So the quality is good. Good job. Round of applause.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Shakira. Of course, I have a heavy bias towards nudge and mindfully made products. So you are literally textbook mindfully made in that sense. It's really incredible how many touch points you have manifested sustainability. You know, I think that point you make about sustainability being, yes, about the environment, but also about sustainability of our communities, you know, bringing our communities. It's incredible what you pulled off, to Kyle's point. Many people are trying to crack that code. So my question is around where you see the business going. You know, there are quite a bit of this type of products, not necessarily as fully fleshed out as yours, but I'm interested to know, you know, what's your vision for the brand?
There are quite a few things that we want to do for the year alone, because this was established last year, November. So it's only been a year, but we've done so much within the year. And we've introduced the candles first and foremost using soy wax. And then we kind of went into doing other products. And then we introduced the sip and wick workshop, which is where people can come and make their own candles as an experience. So the transparency is very important for us as we continue to build the business. The vision really is that we want to be able to have more workshops people can come and understand, because I would like to get more certified in a lot of different areas. But I want customers to be able to go into a store and pick up a product and know exactly what is on the label, and know that they can come back to that store and speak to a customer rep about that product. The average Caribbean customer is missing out. So we want to be able to be that company that can do that, that can give a customer a lot of information about what they use in their products, and also using simple ingredients, making sure it's fresh because we're using ingredients from the Caribbean. And then being able to franchise that and be able to put it in different Caribbean regions. So that is really where we're looking to go. We want people to even buy ingredients from us. That's really like the phases that we're really going into, because I think, as you can see, like cosmetics is actually going into that field. People really are asking questions about what's going on their skin, what they're eating. So if we don't start that now as a cosmetic business, if companies don't really pull that in, then they're missing out on what their customers are really saying. And that's something that we've always been very, very delicate about. We want transparency, full range. So that's basically where we really love to go.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Yeah, just I'm hearing the pain point of the transparency in ingredients, and that's really amazing. Can you share with us your core demographic and how you really came to realize who these people were?
We had a discussion about this, and the average person that walks in or calls or messages for a product is a woman who is in her 30s, late 30s, middle to late 30s, and she's got a really good job, most likely single, probably has children, but loves relaxation, probably does interior decorating in her house. So is looking for products that are not harmful, but things that she can probably place around the place that can smell really amazing, that can look amazing in her house as well. And she's also very interested in what she puts on her skin. So that it was the main person that I was actually looking at, that was the person that came up. And then I started to realize maybe I'm that person too. And it just kind of really boiled over. And then I started to see even men, older men, who again enjoy that sort of nice relaxation at home, who want something that's going to work for them. And they can also always call and say, hey, can you make this? Because we also do custom orders as well. So there is always that personable sort of touch that we get when we give to those customers, because those customers want that little bit of extra. And that's the customers we tend to see.
Thank you, Shakira. Very lucrative demographic. So good job.
Thank you.
Dorsha Charles from Survival Scholars, helping students build their resilience, improve their mental health, and strengthen academic performance. Over to you.
Hello everyone, I am Dorsha Charles and I am the founder and managing director of Survivor Scholars, a social enterprise geared towards empowering students with social and emotional learning to improve their mental health and well-being and their academic success. Here are some statistics as to why we do what we do. Additionally, we use stories and personal experiences to fuel what we do. Our aim is to grow our impact, and we can do so through technological advancement, firstly, and mainly an integrative platform where we can take our customers through a phenomenal experience with us. And of course, this will help us to have many more automations and thus less administrative tasks. Game development and video development apps will help us to create more engaging and enjoyable content so that students will enjoy the experiences with us.
Can you imagine an onboarding process that takes each client through a journey from logging into their personal portal where they are able to access and retrieve all information in one space, from proposals to contracts, from invoices to receipts, and even feedback forms. In addition to the courses, resources to build resilience through social and emotional learning. Parents are able to review and monitor all the activities, videos, workbooks, and games that are available for their child's use as they support their child's growth along their educational journey.
Wow. And of course, we encourage environmental sustainability where we allow students to tap into their creative thinking to reuse and recycle items to create their puppets and other craft activities in our programs. For impact sustainability, we would like to see more of the left and less of the right. And so when we look at having more fun learning and culture appreciation, we do so through empowering students in our skits and puppet parties where we use real-life social stories that are relatable to students, where we use examples like carnival, Christmas, and different aspects of culture so that students can relate.
Wow, Mommy, I love this platform. I can play games, watch videos, do fun activities, and learn, all on one platform. Online learning is awesome now. I love learning again.
Yay! And our growth and scalability 5-year plan, we would like to do all these things to result into a greater community, more streams of income through affiliate marketing, as well as having mass production. And we would achieve this through our Survivor Scholar Society, as well as the other aspects that was shared here. And here some experiences and reviews with us, and this solidifies why what we do is so important to help students to succeed and become scholars rather than statistics along the educational journey. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, Dorsha. It's so relevant. So many kids struggling with online school, putting fun back in education. So relevant. Thank you. Over to our panel.
Yeah, I just wanna say good job. I think as Julie said, it's something that's definitely needed. Just really going after students and really just helping with learning is something that will impact kids for generations. What I've come to realize, even as I got older, some of the kids that had really good learning styles developed from young ended up being older professionals that are doing well. And like, it's crazy that you could have seen it all the way back when they were in primary school, you know? And some of the kids that struggled ended up being adults that find difficulty still. So the impact, and so it's never that linear. It's not always that linear, but there are correlations that exist. And so being able to help kids form really strong learning patterns and deal with things at a really young age is very, very important. And so I really appreciate what you're building here.
Thank you so much, Kyle.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Dosha. To Cal's point, I mean, I have a 3-year-old. We're going through this already right now, trying to figure out how do we make sure that he continues to have fun while learning towards, whatever his future becomes. I think that sort of element of making sure that there's enjoyment in the process and it's not something that feels grueling, and all the stress of examinations is something I feel really strongly about. So I'm so thrilled to see that that's in your more of this and less of this column. I guess what I'm wondering is how exactly, you intend to, well, actually, no, my question really was how you intend to use the grants. How do you see this grant helping, and what would you focus it on?
Okay, so the grant will be used to develop the platform for students as well as other stakeholders such as parents and teachers. And what we will do is create an integrative platform where we empower students with the social and emotional learning skills that they need, that will help them to build their responsibility, most importantly, as they go through online learning, and even in the integrative platform of learning, whereby they would be able to now understand more about themselves, have more self-regulation, and this would help in terms of improving their mental health and well-being, and encourage creative self-expression within students.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so I think that was excellent, and again, what I'm recognizing through all the various pitches, everything is very much aligned to the environmental well-being, to SDGs and so forth. I think you have some huge aspirations, which are always amazing and great. What I would recommend in terms of building up these platforms and so forth is really zone in, though, essentially on what you want to do very well. So what I'm hearing is, you have a learning platform, then you have a mental health kind of well-being section, and then you have another kind of marketplace model. And what I would suggest is, in particular around the grant, is really, at least for the initial phase, is zone in and be very focused, in my view, on one area, do it extremely well, and then again, try to tie together the rest and partner where it's reasonably possible. That would definitely be my advice. So, in large corporations, we do it too. The challenge is when you try to, sometimes, for lack of a better word, bite off more than you can chew. Sometimes it's just so much it can become overwhelming. Because I do see two or three very distinct opportunities there, but very, very encouraging and big thinking. That's what we kind of need, some disruptive thinking, creative disruption.
Thank you so much. I'd like to add that what we do is very integrative, because what we do is empower students with social and emotional learning. So that includes self-awareness, self-control, better decision making. And these tools now actually help students to perform better in the educational journey, as well as improve their mental health and well-being. And we're educating them using a fun approach, which is by using the arts. We use puppetry, we use music, we use storytelling, and so everything comes together holistically, whereby we empower students in a fun way so that they can learn the essential soft skills or resilient skills needed to succeed in their education and have that positive mental health.
So that's good, and what I would suggest is that don't limit yourself to students, so stay in the same area, but again, look at your demographic again, because those are critical skills that adults, teenagers, and so forth don't have. Again, this whole thing about mindfulness and wellnessness, and it's more critical now so than ever. I think there's a huge opportunity within that particular regard. So you have the students, and you tie the learning with the mindfulness, the self-awareness, emotional intelligence. But not only students struggle with those things. So again, I think the opportunity is huge, in terms of it just really depends on where you want to be able to zone in, and really designing that platform and getting that platform right, because obviously the user experience is critical and key to drive adoption.
Thank you so much for that feedback again. So we actually do have empowerment sessions for teachers, whereby we empower teachers as to why it's so important to have trauma-informed educational approach, as well as we have power parent sessions where we support parents to help their child in terms of being more motivated and have fun while learning. So it's definitely integrated, as well as the platform that we have been looking at, because we have done a lot of extensive research and compared different platforms. We have already chosen a platform that is ideal for what we will plan out in the future.
Oh, that's really beautiful, Dosha. Now, just really quickly, can you share with us some of your partners or the lines to revenue that you currently draw on?
Sure. So we partner with many organizations. We actually partner with NGOs who support students in terms of those who are at risk. So we have organizations such as WCS, we have the North Central Regional Health Authority. We partner with NALIS, which is our national library. We have also partnered with the Inter-American Development Bank as well, facilitating their camps. So we do have an extensive line of partnerships and organizations that we have partnered with within Trinidad and Tobago, as well as regionally.
Beautiful, very strong. Good job, Dosha.
Thank you.
Dosha. Last but not least, our final entrepreneur for this evening is Shadi from Quick Delivery, a delivery company based in Dominica, providing customers with comfort and reliable service.
Good day, everyone. My name is Shadi Samuel, and I am the owner and founder of Quick Delivery. Tech in the Caribbean is broken. Okay, maybe it's not broken, but it is flawed. There is a young tech-savvy demographic ready to download the latest app, and a not-so-young generation who refuses to participate in our internet stuff. According to Lavu.com, 68% of all food orders are still being placed over the phone. At Quick Delivery, we are capturing the entire community, the app users and the app resistors. In phase 1 of our launch, we built a digital delivery platform, which consists of a consumer app and a semi-automated backend. In phase 2, we will integrate our call ordering platform where orders are captured and queued for the restaurant, then made available for pickup or delivery. The world is changing around the Caribbean. Amazon can deliver a package to your home in under 24 hours. Postmates can deliver a beautiful bouquet of flowers to your partner in a matter of minutes. It's easy to get items delivered from point A to point B, but in the Caribbean, it seems like mission impossible. We started off in 2017 with me in a Nissan Leaf Sunny, which is a car older than I am. The AC didn't work during the day, and I had my mom's battery-operated fan on the dash. Today, we have a core team of 6, 5 contractors, and 30 partners. We have expanded our service offerings to include package delivery, groceries, cooking gas, and of course, flowers. We are currently utilizing our merchant and driver app and expect to complete phase 1 in 2 months with the launch of our consumer app. When the pandemic landed on Dominica's shores last year, we had no idea what to expect. We prepped and got certified by the Ministry of Health, ramped up our marketing, and prepared for the worst. Fortunately for us, our resilience paid off. Last year, we made $68,000 as opposed to $38,000 in the previous year. To date, we have surpassed our target for this year of 10,000 deliveries, and we are ready to proceed to phase 2. According to Zendesk, 54% of customers hang up on calls if their needs have not been met within the first 2 minutes. Our call ordering solution improves customer experience and operational efficiency by capturing orders. Using interactive prompts, we will lower call drops whilst lowering the workload of the merchants. Being the first of its kind in the Caribbean, we expect to center our marketing around the unique value proposition and to separate ourselves from the competition. Our revenue streams currently include the fees from the customers and the merchant charges. When we launch our customer app, we will include ad revenue and subscription fees. With our call ordering platform, we will charge both the merchant and the customer. Homegrown tech in the Caribbean is possible. What we have learned along our journey is that we can't apply the one-size-fits-all approach used in the developed world to this region. Meeting the customers where they are is the magic trick hidden in plain sight. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shadi. That's amazing. So happy to have someone from Dominica on the call as well. Over to the judges. Questions and comments.
Well, first of all, kudos, good job on building this product. I want to get like a sense of how far you are in this. You're in execution mode already. You have customers. Tell me a bit how this works quickly.
We launched in 2017, and then we were halted by the passing of Hurricane Maria, and we launched in 2018. In 2019 or early 2020, we actually started utilizing our driver app, which allows us to understand where the driver is along the cycle of the order. And then recently, we actually integrated and implemented our merchant app, which allows the merchants to actually send this on to us. Our merchant platform is also supporting our merchants and restaurants to be able to put on their items onto our platform and onto the customer app, which will be launching in 2 months. After that, we intend on launching phase 2, which is our calling platform.
Wow. All right. Good job.
Very impressive.
Very.
It's I mean, to me, it's really great that Cal's on this panel, because I think that between ChefMade and TechBeach, it's really amazing to have somebody like him hear your story, because I would imagine, Kyle, like this is pretty impressive. And I think it sounds like TechBeach might be a really great accelerator for you to consider. I'm just putting that out there.
I didn't want to promote myself on it, but I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, yeah, you need to be my accelerator program, 110%.
Yeah, boy, you're really a prime, and we're partners. So the whole point of this is to be able to provide as many resources and opportunities for you guys to get to where you want to go. So my question, I guess, is really just how have you funded this? How have you gotten to this stage? Because I'm really interested to know like how you would like to continue and what type of partnership you're interested in.
So the initial funding was out of pocket. I actually took on a loan. And in the first year, coming into the market and really changing the market, because we are first to market, it was a bit of a struggle. However, as our brand grew, more customers came on board, and we've actually become profitable. So now we are able to actually run profitably.
Wow, really impressive. Thank you.
So
okay.
Oh,
okay.
No,
let me go. Okay.
you go ahead.
Okay, no problem. So you mentioned about your the calling side of the app, because there are a lot of delivery apps currently. What I liked specifically about what you've done is that you're able to capture the tech market and the not so tech market by really doing that. Can you guide us through what was the motivation behind making sure that everyone, whether tech or not, was able to be captured, despite their age demographic difference?
So I've been a part of a few tech startups which have failed, and I've learned significantly from that. And one of the lessons, or one of the biggest lessons coming out of that is we do have to address the learning curve, right? There are a lot more customers or potential customers who are just satisfied with where they're at and satisfied with making a call. So really and truly, to get them there and guide them there, we'll be implementing our call ordering platform, which will help them to start utilizing making payments over the phone, or getting a link where they can actually use their credit or debit card, putting in their location via the link provided via text message. So we're really addressing the persons who don't want, or who are just very comfortable, who don't know, who haven't learned how to actually utilize these apps, and we're guiding them there. And I mean, once we guide them there, what then? Then they start to take on more local apps or regional apps, and then they start to take on more things, and then it becomes a situation where the region is really moving in a more technical direction, which is what we're hoping to do.
That's beautiful. I love the humanity of it. That's great. Thank you so much, Shadi.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I know I missed part. I had to take a call, but that I think, I mean, what I caught on it, and we have very similar service here in Barbados, ironically, and it's public knowledge. We partnered with a similar service right here in Barbados. That partnership is doing extremely well, and I can solidify that there's a huge commercial opportunity here, for a service, the one that you're in particular proposing. I think some of the key things you may need to consider, because we went through this, in terms of our grocery delivery service. So we know firsthand some of the challenges around, in particular your revenue model, right? Your freelancer revenue model. But what I could say is that we have a very similar service here in Barbados. Massy Stores uses the service, and we find it brilliant. So I said, definitely think you're on the right path, in terms of finding something commercially viable. I think and I don't know what your revenue model is, and if you use freelancers and so forth, but it is something that we use, right here. Well, I'm in Guyana right now, but we use it in Barbados. So I think this is very, very commercially viable.
So we do have a core team of persons who do the deliveries on our staff, and then we have our extended team, which comprises of contractors. So at the moment, we have 4 main drivers, and these are riders, as well as riders being scooter riders and vehicle drivers. And then we have our contractors, who actually are drivers as well. As it relates to the revenue model, the persons on our core team are generally hourly based. And then when it comes to our contractors, it's commission based.
Yeah, good. So I mean, you have it covered. I mean, when you look at, and these are our learnings, when you look at moving dry goods, moving shoes, those type of products are very easy. I'll tell you where the potential play is, and depending on how sophisticated the market there is with online grocery. Very quickly we learned that trying to load 5 orders, and each of those orders are 15 bags each, into a freelancer's vehicle may not be the best thing. And you need to be able to keep those things refrigerated. So when you're thinking about, and there's a huge opportunity for you, once you're developed at a certain stage, to talk directly with these grocery channels. But you need to start to really think about the logistics, in particular around chilled and frozen items. I mean, we went through this, and we're still going through this. But you definitely have something here that is tried and true. It's working. If you look at Uber Eats, there's a huge opportunity there, and I'm hopeful that what that would do is then encourage the use of wider technology. So looking forward to seeing it.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, judges. I do not envy the job that you have ahead of you. Our judges will be scoring our finalists based on technicality, sustainability, impact, and commitment to the Caribbean, and an overall wow factor, which we definitely have seen this evening. Our judges are now going to leave us to deliberate for a few minutes. But don't go anywhere. We have an exciting segment for our viewers to share a little bit more about who Nudge is and what we've been up to. We have a film called Year of Discovery, which we're going to put on now to share with you. While the film is being shown, please put any questions in the chat, because we are going to have a couple of minutes before the judges come back to answer any of your questions. Thanks a lot.
For me, Micro is Mighty is an affirmation that each individual brand has a story behind it. Every single product has a person behind it. Every single service has a provider who has a story behind it. And so how do we bring those stories to the forefront? How do we reflect the value really and truly? We're sort of a mirror for that mightiness.
Nudge is a platform where we are supporting small businesses to achieve their potential.
In essence, we are aiming to, and we've already begun, to sort of leverage big business resources to support smaller entities and connect the dots between these, currently different worlds, but more and more sort of merging worlds, to be able to harness the incredible amount of talent and skill that this region has.
Imagine a world where everyone knows what makes them great, and there is a structure that allows them to realize that. That doesn't just change their lives, but the lives of everybody around them.
From what I've seen from what Nudge has been doing for me and continue to do for me is having faith in me. They have given me opportunities that I never even thought I'd be a part of.
During the pandemic, you couldn't do a lot. But just knowing that you had this team working on your side in the background, it was just so comforting to know that, even though I can't sell right now, even though I can't go out to the markets right now, there is a group of people that are waiting for this quickest opportunity to help me.
I see Nudge adding value to Worky and assisting us in our journey, not only through the funding, which we obviously really need as a startup, but also the network and the ecosystem that they are trying to develop.
Our goal of Contemporary Achievement is to transform Laventille into an agricultural hub. Nudge impacted us and the community very positively in that we were able to make a lot more points of contact, and that just allowed visibility throughout Laventille.
As a female entrepreneur, a creative entrepreneur, and a small business owner in many different areas, I've realized that we struggle to be heard. And I think my role in Nudge is to come from that place consistently and remember that the entrepreneurs generally know what they need. So our role is really just to listen and to go back to our resources and our networks and see how can we best serve this community.
This is an opportunity for us at Massy to really live our values. We say we're a force for good, which we are. And I think that as an organization, we always have a duty to give back. We're in a fortunate position to do so, and it's an obligation that we need to fulfill and to live up to.
Nudge's mission is quite large, aspirational, and full of imagination.
There are so many people that have so many things to offer, so much talent in our region that is just ready for the next stage. And there's also so many people with the privilege, with the connection, with the resources to help make that happen.
The Fine in Music program is a catalyst for everyone entering the Nudge program that allows for a new thinking, a reawakening of how they think about their life and their career.
I'm in the technology space and really focused on growing the overall technology ecosystem across the Caribbean. Nudge is building an e-commerce and learning platform. The learning platform really is meant to collate so many of the things that the entrepreneur needs to learn, but it's in so many different disparate places. And so we want to bring together a lot of the questions that entrepreneurs have around various different topics that they can find the answers to them in one place, as well as find mentorship, find partners, find these opportunities to connect with people in a more centralized area.
It's been a true year of discovery this year, laying a foundation in so many important ways, and I think with the incredible amount of support that we've gotten, we get now to really build on that foundation.
The Nudge experience for me has been awesome.
The morals really align with what our morals are in terms of community, food security, environmentally consciousness. We need more of that.
They see the community that's in front of them and they realize the importance of small businesses.
It is a community. There is so much love. I really want to say thank you. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for seeing the stuff that I didn't see. Continually pushing to be everything that I could be.
Welcome back. So that was some highlights of the work that we've been doing at Nudge. And as you would have heard from some of the members of our community is a huge part of what we're doing, and building this community is really an important aspect of our work. So part of one of the things we wanted to talk about as our judges are deliberating is that we are in the process of developing an online community platform. And it's where our big purpose is really going to be to bring together an ecosystem of Caribbean entrepreneurs who are willing to give and learn, and those who want to serve them, to make connections, motivate, and inspire one another so that they can gain confidence in their business, achieve financial stability, grow their customer base, and do lots more in a really safe and supportive community. And we can showcase the rich talent that we've seen, so much of it even this evening, and the joy that our Caribbean region has to offer. So some people have asked how we can join the Nudge community. And if you go to our website, which is nudgecaribbean.com, there's a join us form there. And that will be where you can just fill in what you're doing and your interest. And we would love to welcome you to the community. Initially, we have opportunities in Barbados, St. Lucia, and Trinidad for products on our market stalls in select Massy stores. But we really are growing a community. And even this evening, hearing about products that are being made in different areas, there's so much opportunity to share learnings between Barbados and Trinidad. We have so many different makers, whether it is using different essential oils and soaps and body butters and candles. And those are the types of things that we want to hopefully encourage on our community platform. I'm here with the entrepreneurs waiting for the judges to return. And I'm just opening the floor to you all. If you would like to ask any questions or share any comments on the experience so far of what you've been going through in this grant application. I'm sure so many people would love to hear about that. Dorsha, I knew you were going to talk.
Yes, I must say that I have had a phenomenal experience, especially where we looked through the background activities and explored more about our organization. I actually learned a lot from the lead canvas, and I know that is going to help me so much more in the future. And I'm extremely grateful to have had that session and even meet and network with the other top 5 members.
Thank you so much. So often people are nervous about sharing what they're doing. They don't want someone else to steal their idea or take their idea from them. But what I'm finding is that there's a real generosity of people to share what they're doing and what works in our community. Again, the community in Trinidad has grown. We're into a year into doing this work. And what I'm loving to see is the generosity. People have the experiences and what worked and what didn't work. And don't try that, do this. So I'm looking forward to hopefully building that in the coming weeks and months. Anyone else want to share anything with regard to their experience so far, how they're feeling about waiting to get the results back from the judges?
I just want to, sorry, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I want to thank you guys for the experience. It was a learning curve for me as well. Going through the process of creating the pitch and aligning the pitch deck, it took some time, and it really opened my eyes to a number of things about my business and what it is that we're actually trying to achieve. It allowed me to really hone in a lot on our differences, the problem solving, and all of that. So I really want to thank Kandyss for that 90-minute session, and congrat everyone here, especially the top 5 panelists. And at the end of the day, I think whether we win or lose, we're leaving with a really good experience and a lot more knowledge.
Thank you, Shadi. Ashley.
Yes, so I just also wanted to echo what Dorsha and Shadi said, because that 90-minute session with Kandyss was like incredibly productive. I could not believe how much we got done and how clear my path forward was. But before, you kind of go into something like this feeling overwhelmed. And she really just broke it down in such an incredible and actionable way, which I really, really appreciated. And it was just amazing hearing about everyone else's businesses and the amount that they're able to do with the limited resources that we all have. I think it's so inspiring.
Thank you very much, Ashley. I'll make sure that Kandyss gets that feedback. We have a question on the chat from Francine Leach. Any intention of extending the community to Guyana? We would love to do that. And we do have Massy stores in Guyana, so that is not outside of the realm of possibilities. And I will include that in our planning. But even if we don't physically go there, what we will make sure to do is to encourage joining of the community platform and sharing and including people from Guyana in that opportunity. But thank you so much, Francine. And even if you're not in an island where we have market stores now, please go to the Nudge Caribbean website and go to the Join Us form so that we can see what the appetite is and where there's interest. I'm looking to see if I think we're getting close and ready to welcome back our judges. Shakiva or Alicia, anything? Shakira, before they come back in, any final words to our viewers?
Oh.
Or to each other?
Go ahead. Thank you. All right, I'll say quickly, congratulations to everyone who has been here. Amazing presentations. It actually very much helped. The 90 minutes with Kandyss, that was just, that was like, I know what I'm doing now. Because I was getting to a place where it's getting very overwhelming, and it's Christmas season, so it's extremely busy for me. But I'm really grateful to just be here with everyone here. And please, let's all follow each other so we can see what we're up to and everything and more, push the encouragement. So well done, everybody.
In addition to that, I know we're all probably feeling nervous for the judges to come back, but this opportunity has really, forced us to take a step back and actually look at our business and plan for moving forward. Because actually, just from this, just working for a couple of days on this, it actually had us thinking, okay, we want to move forward with this and that, and actually partnerships. And I think we could actually form some partnerships with some of you guys here. So we'll definitely be in contact with you guys. But regardless of the outcome, everybody here has a fantastic business model. You guys are very exceptional, and congratulations again.
Excellent. I hope you do follow each other, and we'll make sure that if you all want to get in touch with each other, we can share contact information as you all would like that to happen. Wonderful. Getting indications that the judges are coming back in. I hope this hasn't been too, Nudge is all about being mindful. We wanted this to be a very supportive process. That's why Kandyss was there holding your hand. I really hope that you all understand how impressed and how inspired we are. You all are coming here in competition, but you've all won in my eyes. I'm feeling so inspired and so excited as to what's going to be next in your journey. I need a little more practice in killing time while doing a live. Countdown is on, and here they come. Judges are coming back in one by one. Dying to hear what you all spoke about, dying to hear the results of this. Kandyss, I should let you know that there was lots of positive feedback for the support that you gave to our entrepreneurs in the process. Much thanks, much appreciation. Wonderful. Well, I shall hand over. I'm sure one of you all is maybe taking the floor to make this announcement.
Oh, okay. Yes, apparently I'm not on camera. Okay. So we are absolutely thrilled to have heard all of these incredible stories. It just occurred to me that it's all female entrepreneurs, which of course is something that I'm always thrilled to see. Nudge is just overwhelmed with, I mean, I didn't actually get to see because I was judging, all of the applications, but we are definitely overwhelmed with the incredible amounts of talent, the stories that you have brought to the table. And we wish we could give all of you the grants, because it's just something that, we want to be able to instill as much continued drive and continue to support to do what you're doing. So although we are announcing 2 winners today, we are going to have further conversations with all of you about how we may continue to support you beyond this particular grant opportunity, on top of which we are actively working towards having many more grant opportunities. So this is definitely not the be all and end all. I just wanted to start with that. And there's absolutely no question that you're all going to succeed way beyond everybody's. Well, we know that your journey has just begun. So we want to be there with you as you grow and journey. So we are going to announce the 2 winners are StudyMate. I don't know if you're seeing where. But I think it'd be great if one of the other judges can share why we've chosen StudyMate, just briefly.
Well, Kandyss, you were blown, so go ahead.
Okay, no problem. From the onset, when I met these lovely ladies during the mentorship, from the onset, what they were doing was incredible, and they were moving very fast. I had some questions as it pertains to their line to revenue and their team. Their revenue is large, and their expenses are really, really small. And I can only imagine what would happen if we inject more resources into a company like theirs. It's a remarkable thing that they're doing. It is scalable because CXC and CSEC, it's a regional product. It's something that happens throughout the region. And so it's almost a no-brainer that this company would continue to grow. And I think Nudge being part of the story is incredible.
Thank you, Kandyss. Congratulations to both of you. And Mary will just tell me if we're supposed to give you some room to celebrate, because I'm just so thrilled. I just want to celebrate you both. And I don't know if you want to say something very quickly.
Sure. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity. Actually, before we actually came on here, I told Alicia, win or not, by just getting this opportunity, by, applying, and by, you do not know us and you chose us out of a number. You're seeing the potential in us, and that encourages us to see the potential in ourselves to actually further give us more encouragement. And win or lose, we would push and we would, go further to achieve all of the accomplishments that we want to achieve. So this is an amazing opportunity, and we will really, use it to the best of our ability. Alicia, would you like to add anything?
Yeah, thank you all so much. I'm still in shock right now, so my words aren't really processing to articulate. But what I would say to probably young entrepreneurs out there, just start. Sometimes you think you're too young. I'm only 18. Shakiva is 20, and we would have started when I was 17. And to really get the opportunity to have this grant and the opportunity to even start a business at that age, when nobody would have believed that how far you could go if you just start where you are at. So just start where you're at. And thank you all so much again for this opportunity. And we're forever grateful, and we look forward to see what the future holds and what this grant would be able to do for our business. Thank you.
Amazing. I don't know if I could have spoken like that when I was 20. That's very, very impressive. So we're thrilled to announce our second winner. And to, the points of, I don't know if you all know, but the mantra of Nudge is mindfully made. And we love to celebrate brands that really exemplify what that means and how much impact you're having through the work that you're doing. So our second winner is Lotus Cosmetics. Congratulations. Congratulations, we're so thrilled. as I said, I know you're already part of the Nudge family, but we're so thrilled to be able to support you to grow even more fruitfully beyond where you are now, and to see the amount of impact that you're having. One of the things we talk about with Nudge is the ripple effects, and clearly you are having a massive ripple effect. So congratulations. Would you like to say anything, Shakira?
I'm actually really in shock. I honestly was not expecting. I was like, yeah, let's go to somebody else. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I will definitely be pushing more. I mean, it's been hectic. It's Christmas season. I was waking 108 candles today, and I rushed up here to come on this. So thank you so much. And congratulations to everybody. So I don't know what to say, sorry, but thank you. And yes, I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. Thank you.
That sounds like the life of a true entrepreneur, running away from production to come and win a grant. Congratulations. I want to invite Kyle, who is one of our partners as co-founder of TechBeach, to announce how we would like to support Sade further beyond this particular grant.
Hey, Sade. So I don't know how much you know about me, but I run an accelerator program called TBR Lab. And TBR Lab is executed in partnership with IDB Lab and leading accelerator program, technology accelerator program out of Toronto that has accelerated over 600 companies and helped them raise over $1 billion in capital. And we've brought those resources to the Caribbean to help technology companies to really grow and scale in the region. This year, we've had 2 cohorts, 30 companies each. Coming to the cohorts, those companies would have raised 25 million already. In the last 4 months, we've had them raise an additional 4 to 6. And I say 4 to 6 because some things aren't confirmed. So we're really in a really revolutionary time as it relates to technology business in our region. So many people and companies are like jumping in to support, and our next cohort is going to begin in March or April of next year. We're confirming right now. And yeah, you fit. You fit. So that was some context as to who I am, what we do, and we hope to have you be a part of cohort 3 next year, which I think, man, the experiences that we can share and help you really grow and scale beyond where you're at right now. I'm looking forward to it personally.
So Nudge would like to sponsor your spots in the accelerator. So we will have a chat with you about that offline. And Kandyss has an announcement for Dosha.
Yes, so Dosha and Survivor Scholars, it's amazing what they're doing, and the impact that they're having, the problem that they see around mental health being an integral part of learning is so profound. And so the FinRoute, which is a financial literacy and a financial access platform that I am the CEO and founder of, we do a financial literacy tour. And so we have over 28 schools and growing, and we just started in Trinidad a couple months ago. And so we would like to extend our arm in bringing along Survivor Scholars with the financial literacy tour of the FinRoute to make sure that this part of education, the mental health of it, is tied with the financial education of life. It's a life skill, just like what you're doing. And so I saw the partnership, I saw where we can work together. And so I'm extending this arm to see how we can work together.
Oh, wow. Thank you so very much. I am extremely thrilled to be on tour with you and to partner with you and grow. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you both. And I did want Ashish to actually say something for Sade, because there was something that Ashish wanted to share with Sade about potentially working on coaching.
Right. Okay. Good. No. I was just, when we were deliberating and so forth, I would be very happy just to be able to work with you, whether it be, through Kyle and so forth, or even separately, because as I said, we do recognize, we recognize a huge opportunity in that area that you're playing with. As I said, we've come to learn that business inside and out, and I don't know how developed Dominica is as it relates to that particular business, but I could definitely give you some good feedback. I can help connect you with some people. So very happy to be able to help provide some guidance within that delivery type business.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks guys. Thank you, Kyle. Thank you, Ashish. It's really encouraging moving forward in this direction that I can have the help of you guys. And thank you for the support from Nudge, who's gonna assist me in being a part of Kyle's accelerator. So I'm looking forward to working with you guys.
Thanks, Shadi. It's a pleasure. And last but not least, Ashley, me personally would like to support you. Everything you're doing is so dear to my heart, and everything that I endeavor to do in terms of women's empowerment. And I have just gotten finalized grants also from the IDB for a women's livelihood initiative that I think your products and your service will be perfect for. So I'm going to have a chat with you also offline, but I'm absolutely thrilled to finally be able to know what you do and how well you do it, and be able to bring that to further fruition. So yes, sorry, go ahead.
Thank you so much. That would be amazing. Like, what I want most, I think, is mentorship. Like, as much as the grant would have been incredible, and it went to two amazing people. I could not believe what they did already. So they completely deserve it. But yes, that sounds completely amazing, and I'm very grateful.
Anya, I don't want to put all the weight on your shoulders. I would share in that call as well, because I spent the last 10 years on digital marketing and social media brands. I've worked with a ton of brands across the region. So I think I could have maybe one or two pieces of insight into how things could work. Yeah. So let's figure out the time that we can chat. Not this week for me, but next week for sure. We can do something. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, Kyle. I think when Kyle said that you can get people to work for you for free, he really meant him and I. So apparently it has come to life right here on this call. So I'm just going to pass it back to Julie, who I think is very emotional at this point. It is such a joy for us to be able to share this space with you. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you, everybody. Everybody is a winner here. If we stayed on any longer, we would be giving more, and everyone would be sharing more stories. And it's just been such a special, special evening. It's our first grant application process we've gone through. We want to really thank United Nations, who have given us this opportunity to share and bring us all together. We want to thank Kandyss Studios for their support as our production partners. We'd love to invite you to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you, judges. But the stars of the show, as always, our entrepreneurs. The talent that we have in the Caribbean is phenomenal. Thank you all, and have a lovely, lovely evening. Bye for now.